Welcome back, everybody. Hollywoodpizza here, and we're going to be playing some RAKDOS SCAM. That's right, we're definitely going in on the scam here recently. Um, Previously, last week, you saw a video on Orzhov scam, also an Explorer. This time, we decided to want to try to see if the Croxa and the Bloodtithe Harvesters, things like that, are going to be really, really good in the deck, kind of provide us some extra value. We also decided to go with the Cauldron Familiar and the Witch's Oven, synergy combo type of effect where we kind of give an inevitability with the Witch's Oven. On top of that, the Witch's Oven can make some food tokens that we can sacrifice to the Deadly Dispute. And we have the Village Rites as well that can sacrifice all these cards. And the point of the deck that we have, why it's called Scam, is we can get one of these creatures back whenever it hits the graveyard. So we can use the Undying Malice on the Bloodtithe Harvester. The Bloodtithe Harvester actually comes back. You get that second blood token before the ability resolves, so you can kill something before toughness. Really, really powerful effect. And then after that, you end up with another Bloodtithe Harvester again that you can use to kill something else later. Or you can just play the Flesh Gorger for 3, sacrifice it to the Village Rites, Undying Malice it before, and then you end up with like an 8/6 Menace lifelinker that it's going to be a bit hard for your opponent to remove unless they want to spend like 8 life to kill it. Another big combo in the deck that you saw in the previous video of the Orzhov deck is you get Archfiend's Vessel down, and then after that you follow it up with Undying Malice and the Village Rites on turn 2 at instant speed. You get a 5/5 demon, you get to draw 2 cards. On top of that, we have the Witch's Oven to make sure that we get some free sacrifices off of this. That way, we have plenty of ways to get our scam going. We don't just need the Village Rites or the Deadly Dispute. For removal, we have a couple Eaten Alives and 3 Fatal Pushes. Eaten Alive, just a hard removal spell, gets rid of anything that's a Planeswalker or a creature. And Fatal Push, kind of just really good against those early decks. Or, we're sacrificing cards, losing cards a lot, so you're almost always going to have Revolt turned on to be able to kill something that's 4 or less. For special lands, we just have a couple of Hive of the Eye Tyrants and a Den of the Bugbear to give us a little bit of reach whenever our opponent gets low enough life and let's say they tap out or we've kind of like killed most of their cards. The creature lands definitely help in that regard. For a sideboard, we have 3 Rending Volleys against anything that's like a Grease Fang, Blue Deck, Angels, anything like that. 1 Feed the Swarm in case there's like a problematic enchantment that you need to get rid of, also doubling up as a removal spell for a creature. 2 Unlicensed Hearths and 2 Leyline of the Voids against any type of graveyard strategy. An extra Go for the Throat and Fatal Push. That way, if we need some targeted removal, if it's like an aggro deck, anything like that, we have the Fatal Push and the Go for the Throats for it. You can kind of say a little bit of the same for the Noxious Grasp as it destroys a Planeswalker or a creature that's green or white, and you get to gain a life on top. A couple of Abrades for anything that's problematic, like we mentioned Grease Fang, Artifact decks, or just doubling up as, once again, just having that extra removal in the deck. And one of Ob Nixilis, we're definitely trying this out. We might want a second one against control decks. Ob Nixilis is kind of just like everything you want to do. You get to sacrifice something, and then you can scam it later. And then you end up with 2 Planeswalkers. Just a really, really powerful effect. Overall, I had a ton of fun playing this deck. I definitely think that it's definitely a work in progress, just like our Orzhov deck, where there's just like so many different combinations of the deck that we can play. I mean, we can even play the Ob Nixilis main deck and still be able to get some scamming going on with it. Just some extra value from the Planeswalkers. So a lot of different ways to build this deck. We're going to go ahead and jump right in some games and see how we do. Gonna be on the play here with some RAKDOS SCAM. I do not think that this is a hand we can keep. It's pretty close, though. This is a little bit better. We'll put a Flesh Gorger back. Let's start off with the Oven. We can Cat next turn. And they have a Llanowar Elf. We hit a Rebirth. I think we just push this to kind of slow our opponent down a little bit. Good point. Yeah, we could play Ferocidon in the sideboard. Very good point. We have a Cat and a Village Rites, which is nice. Yeah, Ferocidon does help a lot against these life gain decks. It's a little bit annoying there that we lose the Oven, but we do have a Village Rite still to get some value off this Cauldron Familiar. Not really worth scamming. Alright, let's draw some cards. Okay, we do hit a red land and an Oven. Flesh Gorger's pretty good. We're gonna full control. Whoop. Let's play the Witch's Oven first. Croxa, get a trigger. Triggers go on the stack. Sacrifice the Croxa. And we can start the Cauldron Familiar shenanigans a little bit. This is Explorer Kadach. Hey, what's up, Natito? Nate in the house, let's go. Nate do. Let's pass it back. They got 5 cards left. Really, really good to see you, though. Nate's definitely one of the old schools. Yeah, I mean, we're just gonna cat here. Do the magic trick that everybody loves. Do they have an exile spell? Oh no. A fatal push. I don't really know what the point of that is. I mean, if they have like another removal here, I'm still feeling pretty good about it. Alright, that's fine. They couldn't kill this anyways with that. It's okay. Alright, not hitting a land is a bit annoying and scary. We're just gonna hope that they hit most of their removal there on the cat. They have to pay some life for the Flesh Gorgers, so maybe the cat just like drains them out. Trespasser's pretty good. We get to attack with our Flesh Gorger and then just get it back, which is really, really nice. Cauldron Familiar, that's fine. They didn't get rid of the Croxa. So that's great. They might get rid of it next turn. Alright. We could not come in. I think we just come in. Like, if they want to get rid of the Croxa, we honestly don't really care too much. It sucks because they gain some life, but we're also going to have like an 8/6 pretty soon. Like, if they double up with this, it's pretty good. That feels pretty nice. We're going to take a decent amount of damage, but we have an Undying Malice. So they're going to get some triggers here. If we draw a land, we actually go for lethal with the Den of the Bugbear, which is kind of funny. Alright, there goes the Croxa. Obviously, it's a bit unfortunate we're losing like our value graveyard cards. But we still have a pretty big Flesh Gorger here that is going to give us lots and lots of value. Alright, so they're going to do that. That's fine. This is fine. We're just going to target this. Sacrifice it. To get a really big card. We get a food. We can like crack the food if we really needed to. I don't really think that's necessary though. We need a top deck land here for the win. Alright, there we go. Now let's make it a black. And we get to activate the den. Come in for lethal here. And we'll see our opponent for game 2. Nate Doe. That's right, Nate Doe. Double G. So they're playing Golgari mid-range. A Golgari mid-range type of deck. Yeah, Rolling Vortex is actually really good. That's another good shout as well against Angels. What do we want here? Do we even need anything? We kind of need some Abrades, I guess, to kill their Graveyard Trespassers. That's like all that I really saw, in all honesty. They might bring in some hate against the Cauldron Familiar, I'm guessing. So we would rather just have the Abrades, just to have some removal against them. It's a pretty good question. I think we're fine. Kind of a weird matchup. Like, we didn't really get to see too much from what they were doing. Like, they just had a lot of removal spells, and then they just played Graveyard Trespasser. I mean, that's not really much to base our sideboard off of, I don't think. Yeah, I think this hand's pretty good. We have a Cauldron Familiar. Bloodtithe Harvester to follow it up with, or maybe even the Village Rites. Unfortunately, our opponent does have a Thoughtseize here, so we're probably going to lose one of these cards. Probably the Village Rites. It's our best card. It's either that or the Bloodtithe. Bloodtithe's pretty good too. I'm thinking it's got to be the Village Rites, though. It's just our best value card. We can just Cauldron and then redraw some cards back. Alright, let's go ahead, play Cauldron Familiar. Hit our opponent for a point of damage. We got him down to 17 already. From their own Thoughtseize. We got a Bloodtithe next turn. And then another Bloodtithe to follow it up, killing whatever they play in between. Let's see what they got here. Obviously, Graveyard Trespasser is really, really good for us as well here. Or for them. Just because it gets rid of the familiar. Maybe it crocs the later. Okay, so permanent cards. Non-land permanent cards in Graveyard Library can't enter the battlefield. Graveyards and libraries. Alright, so unfortunately, yeah, that kind of shuts us down quite a bit. Now we're really wishing that we did have that Abrade, because I actually don't think that we have a main deck answer for that at all. So our scam cards are kind of dead. Alright, we got to win the game fair here, which we still can do. It's definitely doable. Alright, let's get this down. I think we just kill this. Let's come in for some damage. I think we can save the Kroxa just because, since it's not going to be able to come back, we're pretty happy with using it to make our opponent discard one of their last cards. Alright, gonna take this hit. We can still kill it though. Fatal Push, pretty good. Discard the land. Fatal Push here. Come in for 4, get our opponent down to 11. Pass turn back. Oh, they're Gargroth, alright. That's definitely a draw. Malakir Rebirth. Not the card we want to see. I don't think that we have a way to get through this. Crack of Blood. We have Eaten Alive. That's our best answer for it. Village Rites, alright. Let's make him pitch our last card at least. Craft Digger's Cage, okay. Pass it back. Gonna have to take a Gargaroth hit here. Yeah, we could have done that. That's a really good point. Yeah, I definitely missed that. Like, either way, we're taking this anyways, right? That's a really good point. That way we could have kept the Cauldron Familiar on the battlefield. Yeah, definitely a little bit of a mistake there. No Eaten Alive. Ooh, and we can't get back the Cauldron Familiar. Flesh Gorger's pretty good. It can't come back, though, is something huge, unfortunately. We can double block, but they also have... Let's see, this is only legendary. Definitely awkward. Yeah, I think we just play this. Let's get this down. Pass it back. We can block here, go down to 5. Gain 3, go back up to 8, and then maybe try to hit something good. Gonna have a removal spell here, maybe. I'm thinking that they just swing out, right? That seems pretty good for them. Yep, swinging out. So they draw a card. Just gonna try to double block the Gargaroth here. We're gonna take 7. Go down to 4. Then gain 3, go back up to 7. And they have a Mystic, that's fine. Just a magic card. Deadly Dispute. It's definitely a magic card. Ooh, we hit the Eaten Alive now. That's a bit rough. Definitely a bit rough. We have an Archfiend's Vessel. Exile that. Still take 4. Yeah, I mean, I don't really think we have much else to do here. Let's just sacrifice this vessel. They don't have a creature land, so that's a positive. Like, things are looking pretty rough. We're going down to 3. We need a blocker. Any blocker will do. No blockers outside of this. So that's all we got. Probably should have kept the land so we can discard it. A little bit of a mistake there as well. Gargaroth, yeah. I mean, even if we did that, it's going to be quite an uphill battle against them. Grinding us out with those Gargaroths. Let's bring in these Abrades. A lot of green creatures, so these Noxious Grasps are going to be pretty good. Probably want to cut some of the Kadovan stuff. Maybe shave 1 each. We can shave on our Feign Death. And a Kroxa. I think that's probably fine. Obviously, Kroxa is like one of our like finishers, but like Flesh Gorger can kind of just do the job. Or like a 5/5 demon on turn 2. Alright, we didn't hit it, but our hand's definitely keepable. It's not bad. We have a Vessel into a Blood Tithe Harvester. And then if we draw Village Rites, it's not enough. We need like the Scam card to kind of get the demon on turn 2. Okay, Swamp. And they just have a Fatal Push. That's fine. Pay the life. Get a Harvester down. We got some beats. We got some removal. Definitely have some action going right now with this Harvester at least. Opponent could just have like a Thoughtseize turn and a tap land maybe. There's a Thoughtseize. Probably taking the Harvester. I mean, it's our best card in our hand. Wow, taking the Familiar. Okay. And I'm guessing they have like a tap land or an untapped land to kill the Harvester probably with the Fatal Push. Either one of these is acceptable. Okay, Fable Passage. So either way, they do have a tap land here. Gonna get a Forest maybe. Alright, so we hit another Blood Tithe. We get this Vessel down. Coming in for 3 damage, so got a pretty good clock on our opponent. 3 removal spells, essentially, with these 2 Blood Tithe Harvesters in play. Runestone is fine. They have to take a turn off for it. We get a creature land. Alright, let's get some damage in. Get our opponent down to 8. Really looking for a creature land here. Or, excuse me, any land to activate our creature land. If they play something, we can potentially Fatal Push it, depending on what it is. If it's like a Questing Beast, we can kill it on our turn. Okay. It's a Trespasser. So, definitely can't just kill that. They're going to go up to 9. A Braid definitely helps. Let's see, they're at 9. Yeah, I mean, I don't really see a reason not to do this in all honesty. We get it out of the way. We hit our opponent for 7, get him down to 2. And on top of what we have on the battlefield, any land gets us our creature land for lethal here. So I think we might be okay. I mean, our opponent kind of like dawdled around a little bit. Okay, Gargaroth. So they can go up to 5. We can kill this. Oh, we don't want to do this yet. We can kill the Gargaroth with both of the Blood Tithe Harvesters. Get our opponent down to 1. I think that's like kind of what we have to do here. It's like sketchy, but has to happen. Would we rather discard this for a land? I still think we want a land. We don't really need the oven here. Ooh, Flesh Gorger, we can't play it yet. We go up to 20. They have a Mystic. Alright, we hit a land. Do they have a removal spell for the den? That is the question here. And our opponent packs it up. We're able to just grind them down even though they had the hate card. We'll see you for the next one. Gonna be on the play again here. With some Rakdos. We gotta take a mulligan though. Our hand's not good enough. This hand's a lot better. We're really looking for a scam card here to kind of make this hand go off pretty hard. I don't mind having the double oven. I think we probably just put a land back. It's looking like it's probably going to be the Haunted Ridge. It comes into play tapped. We'll pay the life. We'll actually get an oven down first just because it protects our cards from removal spells that our opponent may have. Okay, Fervent Champion. Pretty good. We can block it though. Alright, let's get a Cauldron Familiar down. And another Witch's Oven. And it's going to be a little bit hard for the red deck to kind of get through this wall of Cauldron Familiars here. Okay, Fanatical Firebrand. And they're going to attack with both. We'll just block. Sacrifice the cat. Excuse me. Let's get the cat back. And we'll take a point of damage. Do they have maybe like a light up the stage here? Spectacle. Okay, that's fine. They just get another Firebrand. We don't need the Witch's Oven right now. Feign Death's really good. Really, really good here. We'll just pass it. Yeah, Feign Death's definitely what we want here. It gives us a real clock against our opponent. A 5/5 is going to be really, really hard for our opponent to deal with. Yeah, this deck's looking pretty crazy, right? Like, we can do some pretty powerful stuff. Wow, they're actually going to attack. That's fine. They might have an Embercleave here, maybe. So we block here. Let's block first. I'm pretty sure they have the cleave. Okay, they definitely have an Embercleave. Let's see where the cleave's going here. And either way, we don't gain the life. We might have wanted to just block a Firebrand to gain 1 lifelink. I didn't really think the 1 lifelink was going to be like that absurdly crazy compared to like maybe blocking one of their 2/1s. Like, let's say they don't have the cleave anyways. Alright, we're just going to Feign Death here. We'll just sacrifice this Cauldron Familiar. Hey, Villain J, thanks so much for the follow. Really, really appreciate that. Definitely send some love over to Jay. They got an awesome YouTube channel. Is it going to let me do it? Oh, it doesn't let me do it for some reason. I don't know why it wasn't letting me do it. Shout out. There we go. There we go. Yeah, we'll go to first strike damage. We're going to take a lot of damage here, unfortunately. This does come back as a 5/5 demon, though. So that's definitely some upside. Let's just sacrifice the cat while we're at it. They're tapped out anyways. We can just get this back. Drain our opponent. We'll go down to 12, which is a little bit scary. Well, we do have a Fatal Push that we just drew. Gonna come in for 5. And we're just gonna pass here. This Fatal Push is gonna be really, really good. Okay, Kumano's a little bit annoying if they get to it, but we're obviously trying to kill them before that happens. Sack for free food. Which one was it? Was it the 1/1 lifelinker that you were saying for the free sack? We might have wanted to do it. Okay, they're just gonna pump up their cards, yep. And we're just gonna kill this. Might have another Embercleave here. Alright, they let that resolve though, so that's really good for us. Go to blocks, block here. Sacrifice it. Gain a life. Or prevent a life, sorry. We'll get to sack this, get it back. Go to 10. They go to 10. We have a 2-turn clock with our demon. Do we want to... not sure what we want to do here, actually. Yeah, I'm not going to take the chance. Ooh, another Cauldron Familiar. That's pretty good. Yeah, just going to come in for 5. We could let Deadly Dispute the Cauldron Familiar. Let's sacrifice this. We get a treasure, so we can play the other Cauldron Familiar out of the graveyard. Crocs is pretty nice. I think we just pass here. Oh, we actually can't, oh, I just realized, though, we actually can't get the cat back unless we sacrifice the demon. Ooh, chat might have messed up a little bit there. We still have some life gain. But yeah, we needed to... Ooh, we're getting a little bit sketchy here, in all honesty. It's getting a little bit sketchy. Alright, we have double Witch's Oven, though. So they're gonna equip there. That's fine. That's 4. They swing out. Yeah, definitely a bit risky here. Let's sack the demon. Get back a cat. I definitely played it a bit risky here for sure. Alright, that's fine. Gonna go up to 10. Bold move, Cotton. Yes, it is a very, very bold move. We needed to play the Cauldron Familiar on my turn off of the treasure. That was such a close call there. My bad. Let's get the Abrade. This deck's really hard to play. There's a lot of different little things. I mean, Sacrifice is always hard to play, right? Well, we don't really have much removal against red deck. Let's bring in these Abrades. We can maybe bring in the Ob. It kind of gains us some life. GG's. Never punished. All good. Crocs is a bit of an awkward card against them. Or maybe we cut like a Village Rites. I think this is fine. Like, do we want the Croxa? Maybe we do. Get rid of a Feign Death for it, maybe. We still have 6 scam cards. Nah, I kind of like this. We have enough scamming going on. We really want that turn 2 demon, you know? That's where you really want to be with this deck sometimes. Just turn 2 demon, 4 hits, and they're dead. And we actually have turn 2 demon. We need an untapped land, though, for it. Come on, untap land, because they have Fanatical to kill this. Ooh, no untapped land, but we'll get the Vessel, and we'll have a Feign Death for it. So we just got to take a little bit of some damage here from our opponent. And from our land. Alright, let's get this down. Pass it back. Okay, Robber, sure. Swinging out with just the carries of and the Robber. Alright, we gotta take the damage here, unfortunately. Yep, no blocks. Going down to 11. Alright, so definitely a bit annoying that they have the Firebrand. I think we just Blood Tithe here. Blood Tithe can block one of their creatures and trade. Alright, let's pass. If they want to kill the Vessel, we're completely fine with that. They have a removal here for the Blood Tithe. They might. Seems pretty good. I guess we could have Feign Death that. I'd rather get the 5/5. Maybe that is probably what we should have done there. Might have been a mistake. Might have got too wrapped up on this. That's fine. Let's block and... Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah, let's just block. And Village Rites. We're kind of like in this weird position. Yeah, I have to Village Rites here because we really want to hit a land too for the Flesh Scourger. So that way we can hold up the Feign Death and block, gain some life. Ooh, Gatekeeper's really good from our opponent though. Kind of a bit of a rough spot against red deck, honestly. Alright, we hit the land. I think we still Flesh Scourger here. Yep, going down to 6 life. We can gain some of the life back. Unfortunately, they do have a Robber, though, that's gonna be able to get that Eaten Alive. That Eaten Alive is gonna screw us here, I think. Alright, so, yeah, they get some cards. They might just have an Embercleave. Ooh, and they hit a Flesh Scourger as well. Ooh, that's really tough. Let's block here. Yep, there's the Embercleave. Gonna pump that. We can Feign Death this, but then they can just Eaten Alive our creature. Yeah, we're kind of just screwed there. They had a really, really fast start, and they kind of locked us out with the Fanatical Firebrands, unfortunately. We weren't really able to get our game plan going of getting that turn 2 demon down. Just because they can respond to the Feign Death by just cracking their Goblin on it. So, a bit of a tough matchup with the Fanatical Firebrands on the other side. We're going to be on the play for this one. Not a good hand here. This hand is pretty good. We can keep this for sure. We have our cats. We have our oven. I actually think we'll just put the Vessel back. Let's get the oven going, and then we have Cauldron Familiar plus Village Rites on the following turn, which is pretty good. Then we can get another Cauldron Familiar, kind of start chaining those out a little bit. Okay, Fanatical, that's fine. They might attack here. Alright, so let's go ahead and get the Cauldron Familiar down. We'll pass turn back. I'd rather Village Rites here. Maybe try to get a Flesh Gorger early. Try to get a good setup there. Okay, Burning Tree. Yeah, that definitely had us in a pretty tough lock there. Where we weren't able to get our combo going. They could attack. Let's Village Rites. Try to get a couple good draws here. Couple lands. We can cast our spells now. That's definitely a thing. Fortunately, not the best draw here either. Let's get a Cauldron Familiar down. And we'll pass the turn. Definitely a bit rough here. I mean, we really wanted to hit some gas off of that. We're only playing 21 lands in the actual deck. A bit unlucky we drew 2 there. 4 cards from our opponent. Robber the Rich coming down. And we really need like a Scam card or like a Flesh Gorger here would be really good. Kumano's is problematic. That is for sure. We can get a block on something. They get a Robber the Rich trigger as well. Okay, a land. So at least we know a land went off the top. That's good. Sacrifice the Cauldron Familiar. I don't really think there's a reason to get it out now just because they have the Fanatical Firebrand up. So Flesh Gorger would be pretty nice. Scam card would be pretty good too. Okay, Scam card, not bad. Yeah, that's fine. It's not really going to matter right now, at least. Let's get the Vessel down. And let's just pass. Definitely a bit unfortunate them having the Firebrand here. It's definitely been locking us out a bit. Alright, that's going to be a 3/3. And they're going to get a trigger. Luckily, we get rid of a land off the top. Let's get a Cauldron Familiar back, go up to 15. Let's go to blocks. I mean, let's see what they do here. We gotta get rid of this card. Like, we have to get rid of it. Either way, it has to be gone. So our game plan can kind of start going on. We also need this gone, or else our Cauldron Familiar and some of our other cards could be exiled here. So let's get rid of this. We get a food. Let's get the Cauldron Familiar back down, go up to 16. Down to 13 off the attack. We hit an Eaten Alive, which is fine. Yeah, I think we gotta say go here. Definitely not working in our favor right now. We have a good block, at least with the Familiar, Fervent Champion. We're taking a lot of damage, though. Yep, and the Robber the Rich is going to trigger, luckily getting rid of some lands. And let's block the 3/3. Have to sacrifice this here. We could gain some life. Take the damage, go down to 3. Let's get the familiar back. Alright, Fatal Push. Definitely a magic card. Alright, let's pass the turn back. We still have some blocks. We got a Fatal Push. Gatekeeper's pretty good, though. Oh, we needed to chain that out. That's a bit unfortunate. It's okay, though. Definitely missed that there. Wasn't thinking that they can get the Cauldron Familiar for some reason. They're gonna get a token here. They get a trigger off the robber. Luckily, it's a land. We're gonna activate this as a blocker. Yeah, maybe. Brotherhood's End could be good. I really, really, really want to kill this Robber of the Rich so bad. Like, I'm just so worried that it's going to get out of control. Obviously, this card is very problematic as well. I think we're just dead, though, right? To regular damage, unfortunately, it looks like. We go up to 3, but it looks like they just have lethal here. Yeah, a bit unfortunate. I mean, they had a lot of answers, made a couple mistakes in between, but their damage was definitely adding up quite a bit there, so we'll see you for the next one.
This video is brought to you by MagicJank.com, the spiciest cards for your sauciest decks. Buy and sell Magic the Gathering products and gear today on MagicJank.com.
Looking for the latest comic book to add to your collection? How about the last card for that Magic the Gathering Commander deck? Well, the comic book stores got you covered. Shop online at comicbookstore.tcgplayerpro.com or come in person at 30 North Main Street, Glassboro, New Jersey. Pizza people, are you enjoying the content? Don't forget, subscribe to the channel. It's free. Hit that bell icon as well. That way, anytime any of our new content comes out, you're able to see it right away. Hey, leave a comment down below as well. Tell us what you're going to play in the next event, or tell us what you're enjoying about the video. Don't forget, check out the description too. We've got tons of great content down below. And on top of that, we're going to have our tournament schedule too. So get in on it. Hope to see you. Alright, on the play here with some more Scam. And a little bit of an awkward hand. We're on the play. I think that we can keep it. We mostly just need like a free sacrifice outlet, and then we can get some scamming going. Really want like a Village Rites to redraw some cards. Maybe try to hit like a Flesh Gorger. Opponent on the play. Potentially still deciding what they're going to do with their hand. And we're going to get this Cauldron Familiar down. Pass the turn back. Opponent. Potentially Simic combo. That's right, if we're scamming, we're jamming. Hit our opponent for a point of damage here. Okay, Lotus Cobra. They get a land. Maybe they have a Fatal Push. No. Well, we have a Vessel. Vessel's pretty good. We're coming in for damage. We're being aggressive here. I don't think that they can kill our Vessel, though. Maybe we block the Lotus Cobra. That's like the only world where this might come back as a demon right now. We really, really need a sacrifice outlet. And we can do some pretty crazy stuff. But we need that outlet first. Okay, Lotus Cobra doing its thing. They have an Omnath. Definitely going to be hard to deal with here. Another land we're off, that's fine. Alright, we just got to say go here. We have an Undying Malice for the Vessel, though, at least. Probably block the Omnath if they attack. Our opponent, though, is doing potentially some more broken stuff than we are. Alright, to gain some life, get some more mana. And a Storm the Festival. Yeah, we're not doing anything impressive anymore. Our opponent's kind of just like way ahead on us. Yeah, we definitely want to go for the throw, the Noxious Grasp. Let's bring in this other Fatal Push. Crocs is kind of a little bit slow. We had one too many of our scam cards there. Let's try this out. Have a little bit more removal. Can maybe kill the Omnath when it comes down. Alright, gonna be on the play again. No lands. Bit unfortunate there. One land with the Malakir Rebirth. I think I'm gonna keep it. It's not the greatest, in all honesty, but we definitely still have something going on here. Yeah, let's get this Blood Tithe Harvester down. We can scam that. We can even kill the Omnath later. Leafkin Druid, sure, that's fine. We hit an Oven, which is really good, actually. Let's play Oven. Oh, can't kill that. We got to attack. Yeah, a bit unfortunate. We do have a Blood Tithe next turn. We can just feign this at instant speed, or Malice, excuse me. I got 6 cards. Lotus Cobra seems pretty good. Okay, another Lotus Cobra. And they hit a land. Naming Elemental. So they're going to get 2 black. And, yeah, we're going to Malice. Sacrifice the Vessel, get a food token. Get a 5/5 flyer as well. We had a Phyrexian Flesh Gorger, that's pretty nice. I think I'm okay playing that. Attack 5. And let's pass it back. I'm very tempted to have killed the code. I mean, they have a lot of mana, right? Like, they can probably cast whatever they want to cast. I'd rather save the Blood Tithe for when we play the second one. We can kill the Omnath, or one of them, whenever they play them. They did not play them. All right. Interesting. We hit a land. Could come in with the Flesh Gorger. I don't think we want to do that, though. Let's play a Blood Tithe Harvester. And we'll pass. I think we want to crack one of these Bloods to redraw a card. Okay, they get some more mana again. Maybe they're going for the Storm the Festival this time. Okay, another Llanowar Elf. Opponent just doesn't really have anything right now. I think I'm just going to go for it here. Okay, Noxious Grasp is nice. We hit another scam card. We just come in with both of these. I'm probably going to try to kill the Flesh Gorger, maybe. Sure. Get our opponent down to 2. We can kill both of these. Get one back. Yeah, let's kill this. Let's kill the other one. Let's pass. We can Malice on the Flesh Gorger. That way it just gives us like a really, really big card that they have to deal with. Rather get rid of the Cobras, that way they can't really like go off if they have like a Fable Passage or anything like that. Oh, it could bring in the Rending Volley, but it only kills the Omnath. Most of their creatures are green. So we want the Abrades. We're going to be able to draw this time, so it's going to be a bit harder. I think we're okay. I think we're alright. Really hoping for a fast start. We got to get that demon on turn 2. That's definitely where we want to be against our deck, because the more time that we give them, the more chance that they have of just gaining some more life, kind of doing what their game plan is of just playing multiple lands a turn, just getting a bunch of triggers, things like that. And I actually think this is a keeper. We do have a Flesh Gorger there. Potentially on turn 3. So we can at least Fatal Push a Llanowar if they play one, but they did not. They could have a Cobra. I think I'd rather say go here in case they do have a Cobra, because we can just push it. And then... like, yeah, the Haunted Ridge going to come in and play tapped unless we draw a land. Okay, no land. A little bit awkward, honestly. Now we kind of just play this. We'll gain the life back. That's fine. They didn't have anything there. We haven't eaten alive for something they play. Okay, they have the Llanowar off now, which is surprising. And the Fable here. We hit a Sulphurous Springs. Let's go ahead and Fatal Push. Attack for damage. We take 2, but we get a Blood Tithe. We get a threat down on the battlefield. If they tap out for Omnath, we have a Noxious Grasp. If we draw a land, we can even like Eaten Alive the Omnath and then play a Flesh Gorger on top of that. So that way we have 2 pretty reasonable threats on the battlefield, and we still have removal spells at the handy, Kraken of Blood to Fatal Push, things like that. Alright, so they have the Cobra now. Okay, they can they still play Omnath? I think they still could have there. Really want to get this Flesh Gorger down. I think we're just going to push, though. Get some attacks in. Put our opponent at 14, and then we still have a Noxious Grasp for whatever they play. Just going to come in for 4. And, yep, pass turn back. We have a Noxious Grasp still, in case we need to kill the Omnath. Looks like they do have it. They kept their Fable Passage up. Okay, gonna crack it now for the white source, I would think. There it is. Here's the Omnath coming down. We can just blow it up. Gain a life back from the life we lose from the land. They get a redraw. Could have a land here. And they do. Let's Flesh Gorger. Come in for 4. Put our opponent at 10. We have 2 removal spells left. We have a Cauldron Familiar that we don't mind sacrificing. If we had a Scam card, we're obviously going to sacrifice the Flesh Gorger to kill their card with the Eaten Alive. A Shaya, okay. Yeah, it's pretty big. But it is going to die. So target that. Sacrificing a Cauldron Familiar. We'll come in for 6. I'm actually going to keep the land so we can discard it to the blood token. Okay, Risen Reef. I definitely see what you were saying with the pay 5. You know what? I think that we just let this happen. I'm pretty sure our opponent is just dead here. We can just activate Hive. We could actually kill this and just come in for 6. Alright, able to take down elementals. Let's go. Pretty good showing from the Rakdos deck.